where are we, Cody?
We're downtown Toronto.
And it's 7:48 a.m.
We are actually going to see the surgeon for my arm there, and the reason why I got a hotel room is because I don't want to. For those who live in Toronto traffic sucks. It's like, I think it's the worst traffic in Canada, right? It has to be.
It has to be.
Has to be. Like Montreal traffic is bad, but it's nothing compared to Toronto. Toronto is like the LA traffic of Canada, pretty much, which is nothing compared to LA traffic. But yeah, I got my cheap coffee here from the Chelsea Hotel, and the appointment is actually in an hour at 8:45. So we're gonna eat our meal, and we're gonna go there, and he's gonna tell me, I guess, what's his plan, the surgeon's plan for to fix my bicep there. So I've heard people on the internet, top pros message me, normal, like like a lot of people message me, and I hear different stories. Some guy went back at it right away, no cast, and was training in 3 weeks 100%. I was like, what? Another guy said like, oh, it took me a year to get fully back, and like, so I'm hearing a lot of different things. So I'm like, I don't know what's true and what's not, and maybe everybody's different, but I guess I'm gonna go with what my doctor says, Dr. Khan. I'll go with what the surgeon says, and I'll go with what Salim says and Dorian says. Because so far that's what I've been doing for my prep. I listen to the directions that are given to me, and it's been working well for me, so I'm gonna do that. But one thing's for sure, the best recovery and the shortest recovery is what I want. Because I want to get back on stage, like as soon as possible. Because I wanted to display the new gains I made last winter. It didn't happen. So I want to, that's one of my goals, to come back on stage, and I know I'll do it. And I'm pretty positive that this little tear there, it's a minor setback. My arm is pretty messed up right now. Should we go in the bathroom to show like the?
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Okay. You see? The comparison. Pretty messed up, right? At least I lost some weight, I think.
Yeah, well, you blew up to 285.
Dude, I was 290 one time. Going to bed after the cheat, 290 pounds.
Okay, stop flexing. Fucking that right, that other arm, man.
Nice little walk.
Go. Ready?
Is have a seat over section D before.
Thank you. Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry. Where do I sit?
On your bum.
See over here?
On your bum. Unless you're going to sit on your knees.
No, the prayer is already done.
So, both into bodybuilding or just one?
Yeah, we both. Yeah.
You both?
Yeah. He was my training partner actually. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks. I wonder why it said on the sheet I'm gonna have a rectal exam.
A what?
A rectal exam.
Yeah. Two? What do you mean?
Yeah, I wonder why. There was an option. I chose the option. Yes. Rectal exam optional. Yes.
You checked it twice.
I was wondering what was on that CD there.
Sorry, do you mind just...
Oh yeah, I'll just sit over there.
It's an MRI. Where was it done? Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo.
And are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
And, alright, you're a bodybuilder, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah, and... Like, are you competitive or you do it for
Yeah,
yourself?
it was actually 12 days from competing when
Yeah?
this happened, yeah.
Oh, man, okay.
So I had to pull out of the show.
Well, what level do you compete at?
He's a professional, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, international.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, that's how I make my living actually.
Okay.
That and content
Yeah.
for social media and
Yeah.
sponsorships and stuff like that, yeah.
Right, wow, okay.
Yeah.
So, tell me what happened and when the injury was.
So what it was is I was training and then halfway through a workout, because the gym where we're at, we're actually doing some renovation.
Yeah.
There was a big pile of like thing on the ground, and I wanted to move it to use a platform for a certain exercise, and I nudged it. I was like, oh, I think I can move it. So I scooped it up like that, and I did this, but then this just heard the Velcro sound, and then I held my arm, and I kind of knew what happened.
Yeah, but we were training back, so it was near the end of the back workout. So there was obviously a lot of tension going on here near the end of the back workout. But the steel in the middle of the steel was very heavy, so it was like a flimsy. So when he went to lift it, the middle didn't move, but the side gave and like pulled back.
Yeah, it was kind of like a freak accident. It wasn't even training. It was just like
So you're just lifting some random object.
yeah, in a position that I don't use usually.
Got it. And then you were already fatigued, right? Because you worked at your back.
I guess so. Yeah.
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 And what was the date of the injury?
Last Tuesday.
So
A week tomorrow.
One week from tomorrow.
Yeah,
1 week.
today. So
1 week today. Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay.
No, actually, so we trained back on Mondays, right? It was on back day, so it was a Monday.
Okay. So yeah, like
Was it a Monday?
It's pretty recent though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
You heard a pop? You
Velcro.
heard the Velcro?
Velcro. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do
And
it.
right now it's pretty swollen. It wasn't swollen for the first 4 days, and now it's like kind of bruised up and
Even the discoloration didn't come
yeah.
until the last few days.
I put a wrap just on it. Well, I'll remove it. Oh, look at that. It's my bicep.
Yeah.
Or what's left of it.
So that white part is the tear, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Kind of see. Trying to figure out the tendon here.
I don't really understand.
Tendon's like up here, I think.
For the bicep?
So you,
Okay.
you see the top of the bicep, how it comes out, and then that's your forearm down there, and then
Yeah.
you see your elbow joint, right?
Huh. I don't really get it, but
So you're friends with Alison Cromwell?
I am, yeah.
Oh, no, you're
That's
okay.
my ex, yeah.
Okay, got it. And,
We're very lucky.
okay.
let's take a look. There it is, right?
Yeah.
Let's see the other side, just for comparison.
Put the sleeve up.
Yes. We're gonna check. Grab your hand. Palms up this way. Okay. Right down to there. Okay. That's the tendon over there, right?
Yeah.
And if I grab it on this side, turn your palm out, you can see you're missing that definition. And the tendon's going to be, try to relax me. Yeah, you can kind of feel, there's a tendon right there.
Yeah, I feel it. So it didn't roll up though, huh?
I think based on the MRI, it's a partial tear. It's a high grade partial tear. There's a few fibers still intact.
Oh.
Just go like that. Let me see. And on the other side. Okay.
Because they said it was a full tear off the bone.
Yeah, it is torn off the bone, but there's a few. Imagine like a rope. There's a few fibers still left in continuity, but the majority of the rope has been sectioned.
Yeah.
Right. And grab my hand. Turn your palms up this way, hard as you can.
As hard as I can.
That hurts.
I'm kind of scared to use it.
Just in there. Push again. Turn again. Okay, and let's see this side. Go ahead. There's a great tendon there. Right there. That coming from. Yeah. I can feel a lot of the tendon right there, I believe. And I think you can get it down.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, it's probably the right thing to do is to go inside and fix it, right? Give it your occupation. The way we do it is we make an incision. Okay, we make one incision over here.
Yeah.
And we make one incision over here.
Yeah.
Because you have such large volume of muscles, sometimes we may have to make a bigger incision.
Well, I don't care about the scar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just so we can find the tendon appropriately,
Yeah.
release what needs to be released. Like the volume of your arm is like, it's like some people's leg, right? Like, so the amount of muscle you have. So the exposure is going to be important. And,
No, just open up.
Getting it back down to where we want to get it back.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's one possible 2 incisions. The length may vary depending on how we need to do it.
Yeah.
The way we fix it is we find the tendon, we attach it to a button, and that button is inserted inside the bone, and that's what.
It's like you drill a hole. And
Yeah, exactly. So if you imagine that this is the bone where the tendon normally attaches, okay.
Yeah.
So what we do is we take the biceps. That's your biceps. It's torn off the bone.
Okay.
We reinsert the biceps down to here, and there's a little button that we attach to the end that kind of goes on the other side of the bone. So that button is attached to this with a lot of suture, and
A lot of what?
a lot of suture material.
Okay.
Which
Yeah.
is essentially what we
Wires.
use to sew tissue, sew tendon, sew skin, and
Yeah, okay.
it's a very high strength suture. It's
Yeah.
designed for tendon, and we essentially dunk the tendon into the bone, and it's held in place with this metal button, and that's suspended in place by the cortex on the bone, and it's very high fixation strength. It's one of the best fixations that we have, and it's important not to do a whole lot of activity for the first 6 weeks until this thing heals, other than basic range of motion. Okay.
Okay.
The way the recovery works is, you have the surgery. We repair it down. You're in a sling for 6 weeks. Okay. You can be potentially less, potentially even 3 weeks. We'll begin early range of motion exercises starting at 2 weeks. We'll do no strengthening for the first 6 weeks. Okay. Even at 6 weeks, you'll begin super light strengthening. You'll begin like isometric work, which means that just against the mild resistance to kind of re-stimulate that muscle belly. And in terms of heavy lifting, you're looking at probably a few months. Heavy lifting like the way you're used to, you're looking at 6 months and beyond.
Yeah, I don't mind backing off the weight. And I'm wondering what for if I do shoulders, if I do tricep.
I think all of that will be challenging.
Challenging? At first,
especially in the first 6 weeks, will be like almost none of that.
Okay. For him, compared to a regular person, are you giving him time frames the same as you would a regular person because of his muscle mass, his recovery? He doesn't heal like a normal person. He obviously heals much faster.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we'll see.
It's one of those things.
I think for you, timelines are even more important because you're going to load that tendon more than the average person would.
Yeah, true.
Right. So like you want to heal even better than the average person.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the loads you put on it are super physiologic, and there is a chance, there is probably a chance that I can't quantify that you can re-rupture that tendon.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm not careful.
Yeah. And we gotta wait. I'd say my estimate is at least 6 months before you get into the type of loading you're used to.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And am I gonna have a cast at first?
You'll be in a sling.
A sling.
You'll be in a sling for the
Not
first.
a cast.
No.
Okay. And for the range of motion
Yeah.
stuff, when can I start that?
You'll probably begin about 10 days after surgery.
Okay.
Okay.
And what's your best advice so it doesn't atrophy too much?
It'll be challenging. It will atrophy. It has already atrophied.
Yeah.
If you compare to the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. It will atrophy more. And how do you prevent atrophy?
good.
I think we can start some light isometrics earlier on. Instead of 6 weeks, we might start around 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe potentially sooner at 2 weeks, but we'll see.
Yeah, which is like 10-pound dumbbells?
No dumbbells initially,
No.
just against some mild resistance.
Okay.
And I think good nutrition, but other than that, I think you expect atrophy. Expect this to take time. Okay?
Yeah. And then it's going to bounce back up eventually.
To recover size takes a long time. Like to give you an example, like when we do an ACL reconstruction, to get the quadriceps to be the same as the other side takes over a year.
Yeah.
Okay, even if you work hard and you work your butt off, it could take over a year. Okay, and so size will take time. You will get motion back first, then you will get strength, then you will get size. So
Okay.
then you will get size much later. But that's the order of events. And there's always risk with surgery. There's a risk of infection. I'd say less than 1%. There's a risk of nerve injury, so you get some numbness on your forearm.
Yeah.
You can get wrist drop. If there's a nerve called the posterior interosseous nerve, if it gets injured, we never had one, but if it gets injured, then theoretically there's a risk of a wrist drop. There is a risk of like stiffness. You may lose a bit of motion in either an extension or a little bit of supination,
Yeah.
which can be seen time to time, and certainly it's all about expectations, right? So I'm telling you now that it's going to take you 6 months or beyond to do what you're used to, possibly even up to a year before you feel like you've fully gotten over this injury. It's a tough injury just because of your occupation.
Yeah.
If if you did not do what you did, I think you'd be back to living normal life a lot sooner.
Yeah.
But because of the high demands you have on this elbow and the biceps, it could take longer.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So yeah, he has surgery Friday,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go get some paperwork. I'll be back.
Cool.
Yeah, is there a restroom I can use? Real near?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No problems with anesthetics in the past.
Nope.
No heart. You said nothing. Absolutely no medical problems.
No. The only thing is that I don't want to bring back any painkillers at home. The opiates, because of my past, I did like 4 rehabs and drug addiction and stuff.
Yeah.
So if there's like another version of pill that's non-narcotics, I would take that more instead.
We can just give you Advil and Tylenol. We
Yeah.
can try. I can give you a very light narcotic, and if the Advil and Tylenol is not enough, then you can potentially use that. Okay?
Whoa.
The Tylenol 3 would be the mildest one.
Okay. With the codeine in it?
Yeah. We can also speak with the anesthesiologist on the day of surgery to see what they recommend.
Yeah.
They'll have a better plan than I can to get rid
Because
of
the day of, I know I'll probably gonna need something. That's fine, but I'd like to not bring back any opiates back home, if possible.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we can make a plan with the anesthesiologist, and I'll make sure you meet with them before surgery and talk.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Okay. So let's give this to the front desk and let's get you booked. Okay.
All right, thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay. Shake this one.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good to see you. Yeah.
Too.
Is it okay if I keep the CD?
Yeah, keep it.
Okay.
And should I wrap my bicep or no?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah, that's good. All right. All right. Well, that was a lot of good information. The good news is I won't have a cast, and I'll be able to do range of motion stuff pretty early. And I think because I won't be having a cast, I won't get as much atrophy in my arm. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm not gonna say more. I'm gonna keep that for another video. And the surgery is Friday, so I don't know how much I could film of it, but I'll film myself going to it and after it, and I'll let you guys know all about that. And also, I'm also gonna talk about what I plan to do for the pain afterwards, because the doctor and people I've talked to were saying that, hey, you'll need something for pain, but because of my past, I'm not really supposed to. But Ron Partlow said he didn't use any painkillers. He used Advil and Tylenol, was a great combo. He used it for 3 weeks, and then he was fine. So I'm probably gonna do that, but we'll talk about it in another video. So please subscribe, follow my journey through overcoming this bicep tear, and so far so good, right? We're doing it. Thank you.